We gotta reverse it. We gotta reverse it. We gotta reverse it. It's still happening. Hey! Happy Tuesday!
Happy Tuesday!
Guess what we're doing today?
Black bean corn salad. It's summer, y'all. Okay. So it is officially summer. I know that according to like the solstices that isn't true, but according to Memorial Day.
And the heat of some.
And the heat of some?
Yeah, some places in the States.
Oh, I thought you meant like some people.
Oh, like it's true summer heat.
Yeah.
Some there, some here.
Some here, some there, some heat, some not. Hey, so today we're making black bean corn salad, and before we get into it, I know we're gonna like talk about some things, and we're gonna like get to say hello to our friends.
Hello, everyone.
But one of the things about this recipe is that when I go looking for recipes, I look for two things. I look for how many reviews it has, and then how many stars the reviews have. And this recipe that we're gonna do today not only has 5 stars, but it has 681 reviews. So it's like a recipe that literally everyone likes, including me.
Or at least made a comment on it.
Yeah, so here we are. We're gonna make a salad. So first things first.
Yeah, also too, just to point out about the salad, it's super easy to make. It's a quickie.
Yes, absolutely.
And a quick fix. I think it's a great thing to have at parties. You can treat it like a salad. You can also treat it like a salsa. It's like a mix of. Like
it's great with tortilla chips in it, or you can just have it on its own in a bowl.
One day we're gonna get to do one of these mango avocado bruschetta. That's a dip.
It's so good.
That's you just can't stop going for it. But today we're gonna do this.
Yes.
Black bean corn salad.
Yes. So first thing, in preparation, we boiled 2 ears of corn. So we are going to, what is it called? To shuck it is to pull the husk off of it. What is it to?
Someone tell us. What is it to?
Somebody tell us. What is it to?
And the reason we did not, we didn't do this earlier is just because it's so satisfying.
We wanted to show you.
Yeah, you know what?
So we're cutting the kernels off of the corn that we boiled, and and there is a difference between fresh corn, like fresh corn, freshly boiled in salt water, or corn that comes from a can.
Oh yeah.
There's a difference, and it's summer, so we gotta do the old fresh ears of corn. We have a grill. We haven't used it in like a year and a half.
It's about that time, but
it's about time.
We haven't been able to use it lately because
it's been raining, and we need to clean it. So when we clean it, that'll be exciting because we'll get to do this cooking show from outdoors.
Whoa,
Whoa, yeah. I don't know if you knew, Ezra, but out of doors. So I'm gonna crumble this with my hands.
Crumble it up.
Put it in this big
I'm gonna scooch this over here.
I
you can still see
think that you should.
Yeah.
So how about that rain, y'all? For those of you in Omaha.
You know, my parents in Georgia got some rain too. It was thundering. Wild was thundering here too.
Yeah. It's okay. I won't get cut.
Just gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful when you're dealing with knives. So the rain was so satisfying this morning. Ezra's been waking up very early to go on a walk or a run in the morning, and you like it for many reasons, but because there's not a lot of people out.
Because there's not a lot of people out.
Yeah, so, and I like it also for that reason, but I love running in the rain. It brought so many memories of when I played soccer. I played soccer for 10 years, and I loved playing goalie, but I particularly loved playing goalie when it was super wet and muddy, because then you're just sloshing around. It's sort of what I'm doing with this corn. Too much?
Not enough.
What else is gonna go in this bowl, Ezra?
Okay, so are we gonna do like bigger ingredients and then the dressing stuff? Okay, great. So the next thing we need, we got corn. We need black beans, obviously. So we take in 1 can, 14.5 ounce can, and rinse them in a sieve.
In a sieve, very clearly in a sieve.
Very clearly in a sieve.
Wet my hands.
Go for it. And into the thing. Also, next we'll have one red onion, which equals about a cup-ish.
And this is interesting in the instructions because it says to soak it in water for 10 minutes. I think it's to take some of the edge off the onion, so it's not as powerful in the recipe.
It cuts the acidity a little bit. Even when I was cutting this, I was crying.
He was weeping.
just to let that out. And like the onion wasn't even acidic. It just felt like no, it was.
Were you killing the onions?
I felt emotional. I felt emotional about killing the onion. And then we have silly voices. And then we have 1 cup of red onion. I mean, red pepper.
Yes, red pepper.
And then about half a cup of cilantro, which it's just a bunch really, just took a handful, rinsed it off, and then chopped it up.
And it says a half cup loosely packed, so this might look like less than a half a cup, but just know that loosely packed.
Loosely packed.
Now the recipe does call for an avocado, but what I would recommend is you add avocado per serving, because if you like make this big old bowl and don't eat it all and you put it in the fridge, the avocado is going to get all goopy. So you can add avocado per serving. I might eat this entire bowl tonight. I'm very hungry.
Yeah, and I love me some avocado, so I'll definitely have some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Hispanic.
So now that we
real
have...
quick,
Yes.
do we need the cutting board anymore?
No!
Great, so we can put the bowl in the middle now.
That's great. Let's do it.
Woo.
The dressing, we're gonna mix this up, and then we're also gonna make the dressing. And the dressing is a chipotle honey vinaigrette. That's right.
Chipotle honey vinaigrette.
Honey, come back over
It's
here.
gonna be so delicious. I'm just getting a spoon to stir our ingredients.
Everything's fine.
I almost knocked the studio over,
We're good.
but then I didn't. Oh my gosh, this already looks so good. You like giving me side eye through the camera
I was when you knocked one of the lights
when
off.
I almost knocked the studio.
I didn't give side eye to you. I gave a look to them.
I see, like a
A gym office.
yeah.
look.
Jim
You knew
from the
exactly
office.
what I was
I
going
did.
to
I did exactly. Okay, so for the dressing, did you have a lot of rainstorms when you were growing up?
Well, we lived in different parts of the world, of course, so it was very different wherever we would go. You know, like those, I can't really remember them real well. I'm sure my mother or father would be like, hey, don't you remember? Particularly my mother would be like, hey, you remember this, but I don't. Not right now, anyway. What I remember in terms of rainstorms, well, there's Puerto Rico, which...
Is in the Caribbean, for those of you that don't know.
just in case. And there's a ton of rain that happens there. There's a rainforest in there, and on that island. And so when it rained there, it would pour. And it was very relaxing too.
I told you a lie. I said that the cutting boards we didn't need
Well, we
anymore,
knew so.
but we need them to cut the limes in half so that we can juice them. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. But what I remember in terms of rain is when it got real bad when we lived together in Abingdon, and that like one fall, spring.
I think it was spring.
It was spring coming on somewhere around this time of year, maybe.
Yeah.
Where it like their tornado touched down. That's when it touched down in parts of Georgia too. I mean, like it touched down all.
Yeah,
all
and
over
it's
the
weird to
southeast.
be in the Appalachian Mountains and there for there to be a tornado. Sorry,
It's okay.
flush down, right?
Touched down. Hey.
But
It's
nonetheless,
weird.
there
And
was.
I was scared, but Katie was like, "No, you're good."
I'm from
What-
Kansas,
because she's got
so I
experience.
can
She's
sort of
from
do
the
the thing
Midwest.
where it's like, nope, no tornado yet.
And I was like, "How do you know?" And I remember very distinctly, we were looking out the windows of our apartment.
And we lived on the top floor of this really old building.
Beautiful half moon windows. They're huge.
Beautiful.
And man,
We
that
were so
place.
spoiled with that apartment. It's
Anyway,
not yeah.
I was like, "So how do you know?" And she said, you'll feel it. It's like
The barometric pressure.
the pressure will drop, and it kind of looks kind of green outside. And then as I was saying that, I was looking out, and I felt something. As you were saying that, it felt like there was no sound, but it kind of felt like the air went. Pew. It's like, oh, I wonder if that's what she's talking about. And then I looked over. Now Katie was propped up on the window like this, and I'm on the right, and just like loving on it. I was like, man, that's crazy. And then I looked at the sky. I was like, huh, that kind of looks kind of green. And I don't know if it was like a thunder or something, like a gust of wind, or what I don't remember. What I remember is you like freezing, like bolting upright for a second, and then just bucketing.
It's true.
You
I
ran.
did. I
because
ran
we were on
to
the
the
top floor,
stairwell.
so we had to get to some kind of shelter,
Yeah.
which we had designated was the bottom floor, and then,
Yeah,
like in the middle of the
underneath
building.
the stairs, yeah.
You ran so hard, you knocked the wind back chair over. And I was like, oh, we gotta go, we gotta go!
We did. And then we went and stood downstairs and watched the storm roll in
Yeah.
from down there. They grew up in Kansas, and it's not like I've seen a tornado or like tornado watchers, but I remember very distinctly there being tornado warnings and us all having to go to the basement. And so that there is something like sense memory about that barometric pressure dropping. And I like felt it and like wasn't even like, come on, Ezra. We weren't married yet, to be fair. And so
It's okay. You acted on instinct, and
I did, yeah.
I didn't blame you for that. I thought it was funny
yeah.
and scary. I mean,
Man, that apartment though. That apartment spoiled us.
So
Rent
cool.
was $580
there was
a
not.
month.
We
We were on the top floor of this old
There was not a bathroom door.
Civil
There was
War-
saloon doors.
Yes, and his and her sinks, the toilet on one side, the shower on the other. I mean, just like so much space. And then, we moved to Chicago and we were like, that is never going to happen
This
to
is
us
a
ever
different
again.
life.
Yes. Okay, so what I put in here so far,
What do we got?
red wine vinegar,
How much?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons?
And then 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice.
Or we just use 2 limes.
And then 2 tablespoons of honey.
2 TLBs of honey.
And now, did you say what?
TLBs. I did the,
Mhm.
you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
The shortened version of it on the page.
Yes.
TLBs.
Telebis.
Telebis.
The future of our language. And now we're going to do some olive oil. So when I was growing up, my parents now have a lovely...
How much oil?
A quarter cup.
Quarter cup. Because
quarter
it's
cup.
lots of oil, but
It's
there's
a
a lot
lot
of
of
food.
oil, but it's also a dressing.
That's right.
So when I grew up, my parents now have a covered porch on the front, like a deck. But when I was growing up, we just had like a stoop. So we had these big red stairs. And when the storms came in, I loved them so much that I would either fall asleep right next to the screen window so that I could feel and hear the little ping, 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 ping of rain coming through the screen. Thank you. Or I would, if it wasn't time to go to bed, I would stand on the stoop just underneath like the front door archway, and I would watch and hear the rain. Ugh, I love the rain so much. So this morning I went and ran, and I came back like giddy. Like Ezra's like, you can't stop laughing. And I was like on my yoga mat stretching, laughing. I was just so excited. So there you have it.
Then we have some chipotle. Is that a part of this recipe?
Yeah, so it's 2 chipotle honey vinaigrette.
Mmm.
So it's 2 chipotle peppers, and you get the chipotle can in adobo sauce.
The first time we discovered chipotle peppers in adobo can, we were slow cooking some pork.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it was. It was a recipe for slow cooked pork with chipotle peppers. That's all it was. I was like, put that with some bacon with pork, which feels weird, but the rendering helps to like cook about. Well, that's a different episode. But the chipotle peppers and adobo sauce provided so much flavor. We were like, oh, we can use this in a couple other things. And then we started, that thing, that reticular activating, RAS
system.
Reticular activating system. Once you like hear for that first time that thing you've never really heard it before, you start to see that word everywhere, or hear the word, or see that car like you've never seen before, but all of a sudden now you're seeing 3 in that same week.
Yeah.
Someone else was just talking about that. That's the reticular activating system working on you. That's how powerful our mind works. Anyway, so we started seeing the chipotle peppers and adobo sauce all over the place, and we just kept it in our fridge. We still keep it in our fridge because it keeps so well.
It does. So the last thing I'm going to add are the herbs. Some people say herbs, but I like to say herbs.
Because there's an H in it.
And that's exactly right. Thank you for understanding me. Oregano, cumin, salt, and black pepper. I put them all in here, and then I'm going to put them all in here. And then we're going to blend, and this blend is dedicated.
This blend is for my nephew, Owen.
Our nephew.
Owen. Owen, get ready to dance while we blend. Ready?
It's time to blend. Here we go.
Blending!
There it is.
All right.
So now
That was for you, buddy.
That's one's for you, bud. That's one's for you, bud. So now we have the chipotle honey vinaigrette. I cannot wait to put this in my
Oh my
belly.
goodness. Let's move all this so you can see and mix it all
That's a
together.
great idea. Okay, so we have the salad. We have the dressing. The dressing is going to go on the salad.
Oh, so good. Oh, so good. So
And
good.
then you stir it. And it's recommended that you keep it in the fridge for an hour or overnight so all of the flavors can meld.
Yeah, and the onion gets to mellow even more.
Yes.
And it infuses with the olive oil. I think that this recipe is super easy. The most complicated thing is the dressing.
Yeah,
and even
and
that,
as long as
can,
you got a good little mini food processor or blender, it's se prese.
Yeah, you don't even need that really. All you really need is
You could do it with
You
just
can do it with a
like,
fork.
Yeah. If
I mean, you
if
could
you
do it
diced
with-
everything
you
real,
can do a whisk.
Yeah.
You can do it with a whisk. Take a whisk for God's sake.
I mean, just use a whisk. Hey, you want to try it?
No, please go. You. Amazing. What do you get from it?
So I understand why she wants the red onion to mellow a little bit, but it's not, because it was soaked in the water, it's not too bad. But if you had like acid reflux or things like that, you would definitely want it to mellow.
And pro tip, just those of you who know Rebecca, you can obviously replace the red onion with,
Yeah, with green onion,
also known as
scallions.
Scallions.
I always mix that up. Or you can do it without the onion at all. So just
you don't need it.
like, yeah.
so good.
This, like every recipe, is for doctoring.
The
my opinion.
the texture and the pop of everything is so
Oh,
satisfying.
it's so crunchy, and so,
So
like
good.
the bean and the corn, so like the softness of the bean and the corn,
So good.
the corn, and then the crunch of the red pepper and the red onion, and then once you get the avocado in there, and it gets a little like creamy. I mean, forget about it. The chipotle is just it's enough spice, but it's not spicy.
Not too much.
Because the onion and all the other
Yeah,
things
you don't
are
want to
in
have
it.
more than one pepper in there. Don't need that.
We used to. We did.
We like it hotter.
We do like it hotter. Start
So,
with one.
start
If
with
you don't
one.
know yourself, start with
with
one. I'm going to
That's a
eat.
good tip for life.
I'm gonna eat
Start
this
with one.
entire bowl.
And I would let you, because I'm not. My corn makes my belly hurt.
Yeah. So Ezra just doesn't do the corn. So this, we're gonna post the recipe, the 5-star 681 reviewed recipe. We're gonna post it in the comments. And as we mentioned last week, we're not doing Thursdays because life got busy. But we'll see you next Tuesday.
We'll
for
see you next
Food Love
Tuesday.
Laughter. This has been so fun.
This has been so much fun. Here's your black bean happiness for today. Kind of looks like Skittles. We love you all.
We love
Stay
you.
safe out there.
Stay safe.
See you next Tuesday.
We'll see you later. Bye.